going on YouTube back once again in the shed. Yes, because it's blowing and rubbish and grey and horrible outside. So I thought I'd come in here. So, a little bit controlled. You put up a few videos lately, or last week or so, but there's been a black dog in the vicinity of my property and he's been taking residence in my head. But, you know, at times like these, you need good friends, and through this community, I have some good friends. So, we are cracking on. Today, we are going to do a bit of a classic, but it is Taxi Red, one of the legends, meant to be one of the powerhouses, High Nick from South Africa, coming in, the heavyweight. Taxi Red, yeah, it's meant to be the strongest offering, and you know, I'm willing to give it a go. So yes, here we go. It's it's in one of these red plastic tins that the South African snuffs come in. They're not great, they're not terrible. They do the job, I guess. But yeah, let's crack it open and see what it's saying, shall we? Right, so from the off, these South African snuffs are coarse, and I mean coarse to the point of it looks like they just made up roll-ups, had it left over in the bottom of their pouch, and poured it in a pot and called it snuff. Yeah, that's what it looks like. It just looks like crumbs of tobacco, and there's been times in my life where I've made roll-ups out of tobacco that fine. So that's telling you, it is. It's very dark. Um, it's so coarse. It looks an inconsistent grind, but it may be. But it's very, very moist, and it's you can see flecks of different colours, lighters and darks, but it's mainly dark tobacco. And yeah, it's certainly different to a lot of other snuffs. These South Africans, they hold a little, you know, hold a place of their own. But right, to put the nose to it, you're getting ammonia. Some people like to let it air out for a couple of days or a day or so to get rid of that ammonia, but for me, as I said before, ammonia doesn't bother me. One comparison I will make to probably the other snuff that it's the most like, and that is NTSU Black, is I find the two pots that I had when I tried them next to each other, I found the NTS Black to have a lot more ammonia in it. This one, less so much. I don't know if that was to do with the age of the different tins or whatever, but the ones that I got, that's what they were like. And it is that classic barnyard scent. I get hay, sort of animal smell, wood, earthy, sort of musty smell. But I got a little theory because a lot of people, they say they can smell animal dung. This may be complete and utter short waffle, but I reckon it might have something to do with, where you are acclimatized to. Like my friends that do snuff that are inner city boys and that tend to go, oh, that smells of horse dung. That's rank. Whereas people that are a bit more customized to that sort of thing, like where I live in a town, and there's, you walk out of town, you're in the middle of the country, and it's not unheard of. The wind's blowing the right way to smell the farmers cropping, manure in their fields and that. So, a little bit of a theory there, but I think this, for me, I don't get dung out of it. I smell like a smell that's reminiscent of animals. It doesn't repulse me like animal dung does. Anyway, that waffle over and done with. Let's try and get down to the hardest bit, and that's getting the sodden stuff out your nose, isn't it? Because this stuff is coarse. You're going to want to sniff fairly hard, and you're going to want to pinch your nose at the end, of which it's just going to fall out. There you go. Just like so. Otherwise, it would have just fell out. But this one, you can feel it. It sits in the nose. It's heavy. It's there. You get straight away. You get a burn. Over like I've seen a few people say that they detect menthol in it. I don't get no menthol. I don't know if that's just because they're mistaking the ammonia burn for menthol. But nah, I wouldn't say there's any menthol in this. Just ammonia. But as I say, it's like a barnyardy. It's sort of a smell reminiscent of livestock and horses and hay. But there's a woody earthiness to it as well. But it's not unpleasant. Not unpleasant at all. I don't get manure. Some people do. So, you know. But I think it's alright. It is very coarse and heavy though. So, it is going to clog your nose up. Or maybe not clog your nose up, but you are going to have to blow your nose with it. And the purge is horrendous. If you're going to be using this, take 3 or 4 hankies out with you. Because I go through them like, I don't know, I go through them like toilet paper. My hankies become useless pretty much. But yeah, ammonia burn, a nice barnyardy sort of scent. No manure, no manure. I don't, no manure. But yeah, I like it. It's nice. I don't think it's unpleasant. It's when I take snuff, I tend to like mine to come up to the bridge of my nose here, so I take it quite high. So when I'm using this snuff, sometimes I don't tend to get a back drip off it. What I tend to get is a back lump. So sometimes I can sniff it, and it's literally the hard lumps of the snuff coming down the back of my throat, which isn't pleasant. Can cause you to cough and need to spit it out. But what more can I say? It's nice. I like it. Nicotine. Right. Here's my opinion on nicotine. Some people say it's hard nicky and high nick. Other people are like, nah, it's not. This is what it is. It's a slow burner. When you take toasts or Indian snuffs, pardon me, when you take them and it's very fine, the nicotine uptake is really quick. So you take a bump and it's high nick and it can absorb and get into your system really quick, and that's what gives you that nicotine rush. This, not so much. You take it, and at first it feels right, but I guarantee you, if you keep taking big FD bumps of it and carry on, after like 4 or 5 bumps, you'll start feeling the nicotine swelling around in your head. It's just that it takes a little bit longer for the uptake. It's harder for your, blood vessels to pull that nicotine out of the thicker, thicker snuff. That is my theory, at least. So, as I'm not a qualified professor or anything, take it as you will. Take it as a pinch of snuff. Ha 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 ha! Little dad joke there for you. But yeah, I quite like it. As I say, the purge is horrendous. It can be a little bit much, but if you see that, I pinched the wrong side of my nose then. Oh my days. If you can get past the get round the difference in techniques. It's big and thick. It's all right. I like it. So yeah, I'm going to approve it because I think it's good. I won't take it all the time, but I do go through stages where I'll crack open, a nice thick South African snuff and go to town on it. But that's all I really have to say on the matter. As I like to say, that is one man's take. Don't pin me to a stake for it. I'm just giving you what I got. So I shall leave it there because in a minute I'm gonna have to purge my nose, and I'll save you the horrendous procedure I will go through. So remember to tap, pinch, and toot because that's 3 ingredients to your enjoyment, and your enjoyment is all I've got for you. So remember to come back to the shed, and until then, I shall bid you farewell.